there's certain times in life where you need to just look back and think about what you have just seen, what you've witnessed, and I mean, Avengers Infinity War, this film had so much potential. They knocked it out of the park. Russo brothers, thank you. Marvel, thank you. Disney, thank you. Everybody who is involved in this film, thank you. Avengers Infinity War is awesome, and I can proudly say, go see this movie.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I hope they remember you.
What's up, guys? I'm back here again today, and I'm here to review my most anticipated film of the year, and in a very long time, Avengers Infinity War. Guys, this is the culmination of 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. I have adored this franchise. I have put my heart, my soul, my time into this franchise, and Avengers Infinity War is what we've had this 10 years leading up to and needed to be good. I had my expectations so high, and I'm so happy to say this film is absolutely amazing. I am struggling to think of a single fault with this film. I have never had such an enjoyable time watching a Marvel film, I think, in my life. This film is ridiculously good. I'm going to talk all about it, and I'm going to break it down. First of all, I want to talk about Thanos, played beautifully by Josh Brolin, and I just want to say, first off the bat, this guy is easily the best MCU villain that we've ever had. I mean, if you take every single other MCU villain, put them together, you still won't get half of what Thanos delivers in this film. Right from the opening scene, you get to see the stakes. They're set high. We establish Thanos as a complex and very menacing villain. I loved his CGI, and I also loved his dialogue and the emotions they put into this character. The CGI is absolutely stunning in this film. Just minor details there on Thanos that absolutely make all the difference. Thanos, you get to see a lot of character development with him, which I really liked, and I applaud Marvel for finally taking the time to really establish a villain in their film. And you get to see emotion from Thanos. He's not this one-dimensional character. You understand where he's coming from. You get to see why he does what he does. They set the villain up very smartly, and all the same, he's by far the most menacing villain we've had. And you can tell it in the shots of the action sequences that Thanos is a ridiculously hard guy to beat. And I mean, that just makes it all the more great, more the more intriguing, his performance. He's so hard to stop. He's very menacing, but at the same time, he has a humane nature to him in that he has emotions, he shows emotions, and you can actually understand why he's doing what he's doing and where he's coming from. One of the best things about this film, in my opinion, is the relationship between Thanos and Gamora. And you do actually get to see that Thanos really cares about Gamora in this film, and you get to see that family dynamic come into play. And that was really refreshing, and I liked that so much about the film. So now I'm going to talk about the Avengers, and this is what we come to see. We've come to see all these characters team up, and I had a ton of fun watching these characters team up, go on missions together. There's so many good moments with these characters. There's so many awesome team ups. I loved the Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Star-Lord team up, Spider-Man team up that they had going on there. There was also the Wakandan team up with Captain America, Black Panther, Vision, Black Widow, Bucky, Hulk. There's so many good team ups in this film, which are so awesome. You got Thor, Groot, Rocket. There's some really intriguing team ups. Comic book fans are going to go absolutely nuts over the team ups in this film, and it is a ton of fun. There's crossovers from all different types of surprise crossovers, which you don't necessarily expect. There's so much going on in this film, and I absolutely love it. I had a ton of fun watching it. The jokes, which normally annoy me in Marvel films such as Thor Ragnarok, I felt like the jokes were a bit off. They were forced, but in this one, their jokes are right. They land solidly. They actually give you solid, good laughs, and you can have a ton of fun and a ton of great laughs in this theater watching Avengers Infinity War. I want to talk about the pacing too of this film. This film had the ability to be a huge cluster that had all these different characters. How were they going to spend time with them all? I feel like they spent time with each character perfectly. They completely developed each character throughout the film perfectly. They didn't do too much, they didn't do too little. They brought each character into the scheme to the point where you do end up caring about most of the main characters in this film. And this is paced beautifully, this film. There is hardly a dull moment. I had so much excitement and fun watching this film start to finish. The 2.5 hours goes so quickly. I can't stress that enough. You won't want this movie to end. It is just a massive thrill ride from start to finish. This is comic book pandemonium. I absolutely loved what they did here with the pacing. It went really quickly. Alright, let's talk about the plot. Basically, what you need to know is Thanos is trying to get all Infinity Stones so he can assemble the Infinity Gauntlet complete with the stones, which will pretty much give him complete control of the universe as we know it. That's pretty much all there is to the plot. But the way this plot plays out is so smart from start to finish. I mean, the ending, it is a cliffhanger. It is ambiguous. It's open to many different interpretations. And I knew that going in, so it wasn't a surprise to me how it ended. And I actually really enjoyed the ending. I would suggest going into it knowing that it's going to be a cliffhanger ending instead of expecting it to wrap up to avoid disappointment. But I absolutely loved the ending. It wasn't one of those endings where you have someone who's about to be killed and it just cuts to black. They do wrap up an arc properly, but there is still plenty more story to tell in Avengers 4. And that is the best thing about it. I can wait the year. I'm not needing more right now. I can wait the year, but I'm very eagerly waiting to see what happens in the end of this entire story arc. But I absolutely loved the ending. The plot's amazing. Because it's so simple, it's so easy just to fall in love with these characters, fall in love with the relationships they're presenting on screen, and just have a blast watching this movie. The action in this film is exceptional. These are the best action sequences in any MCU film. Full stop. I mean, you can see where this massive budget has come into play here. The CGI in these action pieces are tremendous. This is a feast for the eyes. This is a visual marvel. This is the best looking Marvel film of all time, in my opinion. And I can proudly say that Avengers Infinity War is the best Marvel movie of all time, in my opinion. This is an exceptional joyride from start to finish. The plot is exceptional. The characters you will love. You'll fall in love with the team-ups. The humor is so well done in the film. The villain is the best yet, and he's a very menacing yet humane character who you can understand where he's coming from. There's so many good pieces in this film which are so enjoyable, including the action sequences, the drama sequences. There is never a dull moment. That's paced absolutely exceptionally, and I am going to give Avengers Infinity War a rating which I have not given since Star Wars The Force Awakens in this high of a rating. And this is by far the best movie I've seen since Star Wars The Force Awakens, without a doubt. This just knocks everything out of the park. And I loved Civil War. I loved The Winter Soldier. I loved Spider-Man Homecoming. But Avengers Infinity War, this is the type of movie where you can watch it over and over and never get bored. Avengers Infinity War is going to get a 9.3 out of 10. This is the best MCU movie. I had such high expectations and I was worried it wouldn't fulfill them, but it blew them out of the park. I mean, there's maybe one scene and a couple of seconds that I can think of which I would change in the entire movie. And this film is ridiculously good. Please go out and support it. I cannot wait to watch this again and again and again. Check out my end credits and reaction. It should be up on my channel right now. And I'll see you guys next time. I may do a spoiler review for this. Let me know if you want one. But let me know in the comments below what you want. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and Avengers Assemble. And make sure you see this film.